This type of interaction can really benefit you in the hiring process. It will give you a clear picture of where you stand, and it will allow you to make a strong case for yourself, knowing where you stand. How do you answer this question at the end of a job interview? Do you have any questions for us? In this video, I want to share my favorite questions to ask in any job interview. I have used the same steps to become the vice president of 2 largest Swedish companies by market cap. In case you are new to this channel, hello, my name is Tiffany Cheng. I am the former communication vice president of the Volvo Group and Atlas Copco Group. Now I help middle management in large organizations get top leadership positions through influence, so they can make more, impact more, and feel more accomplished and fulfilled. So if you want more content on this topic, be sure to subscribe to this channel and click the bell button to be notified when I post new videos every single week. I also want to let you know the free masterclass 6 steps to advance from middle management to senior leadership roles. Even if you don't have the opportunity, it's still open. If you want to learn more about fast-tracking your career from middle to top management, or if you want to apply to join the 1% Academy program where I will be coaching you, be sure to stick around to the very end of the video for announcement how you can join both. So let's start from what questions should you not ask. There are some questions you should avoid asking in any of the interviews. Let's go through them all together. First, you want to take the me out of your questions. So you want to avoid asking questions that just focus on how you will benefit from the job. For example, questions about the salary, the next job promotion, the medical insurance, or flexible working hours, remote working, annual leaves. You want to save all these me questions for negotiation if you receive the offer. Second, you don't want to ask closed questions that can lead to a simple yes or no answer. Instead, aim for open-ended questions that require more developed responses. For example, you can start your question with what, which, when, where, who, because these questions will give you much more detailed answers. And also, they always lead to a longer response. And you want to avoid why questions here, because these type of questions tend to be more philosophical and sound a little confrontational in nature. It goes without saying that you don't want to ask questions that you can Google or just read on the company's website. Do your research beforehand for these kind of answers. And also avoid explanations when you're asking a question. It's more important to be concise and specific the way you ask your question. You want to avoid going into long explanation. You do not want to come across as a leader who rambles or is indecisive. So let's talk about which questions should you ask at the end of an interview. Let me first start with my favorite. This angle is to make it about your qualification. When you're being asked, do you have any questions for us? My favorite answer is, yes, I do have a few questions for you. But before I get into those, is there anything else that you are looking for in this role that I have not answered you yet? This is a great question because there could still be something the job interviewer is considering or have doubt about, and you might not even be aware of it. By asking this question, you are offering to share more about your capabilities and your cases and your experience. Not only will you show your interest in their needs, but it's also an opportunity to understand how well you are doing in the entire interview. And in many cases, the hiring manager's response will tell you something important to them that you may have not yet addressed. They might ask you to clarify an earlier response or provide more details about a particular point you have mentioned in your resume or in this interview. This is a great chance because it will give you an opportunity to improve your answer and clarify your case. On the other hand, the hiring manager might have got everything they need from you, and they may say things like, your experience is really impressive and you are one of my top candidates. Either way, you will receive some valuable feedbacks right then and there, which is incredibly valuable to you. If you're going to use this question, hit that like button for me. Well, another great question to ask to make it about your qualification is something like this. Yes, I do have a few questions for you, but before I get into those, is there anything I've said that makes you question I will be a great fit for this position? This question shows your courage to put the interviewer on the spot. It can actually work in your favor. Not only can it give you a quick understanding of where things stand, it also provides you with valuable feedbacks on your candidacy, and you will have the chance to address any objections or concerns the hiring manager might still have about you, while you are still having their full attention during the interview. By taking this proactive approach, you demonstrate your confidence and your genuine curiosity in their feedback and the position. It shows that you're willing to tackle difficult conversations and topics and have an open and honest dialogue about it. It's an incredibly important leadership skill you will need. This type of interaction can really benefit you in the hiring process. It will give you a clear picture of where you stand, and it will allow you to make a strong case for yourself, knowing where you stand. Second is you want to make it about the interviewer. This is the second angle you can structure your questions. So the question you can ask may look like this. What are the most exciting projects you are working on right now? Well, most people love to talk about themselves, right? So towards the end of the conversation, why not try to engage your interviewer with a discussion about them and their own professional passion? As an interviewer myself, I've come across this question a candidate asked me, and I really appreciated it. It encouraged me to reflect on my own experience, and it shows the engagement of the candidate as well. Third angle is to make it about the job. Well, here I have 3 suggestions. Number 1, you can ask a question like this. If hired, what are the most important things you'd like me to accomplish in the first 6 to 12 months at the company? And you want to think of each open position as a challenge or a problem that the company is having, right? They are seeking the right candidate who can provide a solution to that specific pain points they are having right now. So when you are having a deeper understanding of the hiring manager's expectation and the matrix they've used to measure success, you will definitely stand out. The more you know about what they are looking for, the better you can customize your conversation, your answers, to make it a strong case of why you are the best fit for this role. Now let's move on to the second way you can ask to make it about the job. So the question could sound like this. I have read that the company's vision is, you want to insert their vision, and how would the person in this role contribute to this success? When you ask this question, it demonstrates that you have put in the effort to research and understanding the company's vision and their focus. It shows that you can think beyond the short-term targets and have a big picture mindset, a long-term mindset. Moreover, you are showing your long-term commitment to the organization and your desire to make a lasting impact wherever you go. You come across as a proactive leader in making a meaningful difference in the role once you are hired. The third way to make it about the position is to ask a question like this. Is this a new position? If not, why did the person before me leave this role? Well, it might feel a bit uncomfortable to ask this question. It's actually quite common to ask it. This question shows that you want to understand the dynamics of the position and the company. If you discover that the previous person left because him or she was promoted, that's a great information to have, right? It indicates that there's growth opportunities within the company, which could be beneficial for your own career advancement. On the other hand, if you find out that the person resigned, it also can give you some insights into the environment or the potential challenges with this role. In many cases, this also tells you what you should avoid and what not to do once you are on board this position. When you know the reason behind the previous person's departure, you can also understand what business cycle the company is currently at, whether they are in the growth cycle, cost saving, or changing business models. You get an idea of what are the factors influencing this position. What's the best question you've asked in your interview? Comment below and let me know. Angle number 4 is that you can make it about the team. Here's a question you can ask. Who will I be reporting to once I'm hired? This question will help you to understand the internal dynamics and their organizational structure. You can navigate the organization more effectively once you have that answer. If you will be reporting to with multiple managers, it's critical to gain the insights into the structure of the company, and you will know who holds decision-making authority and who you will be collaborating with and how different teams or functions interact with each other. On the other hand, the answer can also help you to evaluate your potential for success in that role. When you know the reporting structure, you get to assess the level of responsibility, authority, and support you will have in managing the team and the job effectively. It will also provide you insights into potential growth opportunities into different functions if you report into different manager within different functions. And you get to understand your career advancement within the company once you're hired. It's actually very likely these are the people you will meet with in the next interview as well. So why not asking for that, and you already have an understanding of who you will meet next. Another great question makes it also about the team is, what have past employees done in this position to succeed? The key objective of this question is to understand how the company defines and measures success in the role you are applying for. So when asking the past employee's success, you open the door for the interviewer to share on the company's definition of success. The interviewer's answer may give you insights about a specific accomplishment, a behavior, or strategy that have proven to be effective in the past. This knowledge will enable you to tailor your response and emphasize relevant achievements and position yourself as a strong candidate and align with their desired outcome. The third question to make it about the team is, what's the current structure of my team? By knowing your current team structure, you can assess the composition of the team, including the number of team members, their roles, their expertise. And this knowledge will allow you to evaluate the strength and weakness of the existing team and decide how well it aligns with your leadership style, your value, your goals. And sometimes the hiring person may indicate that the team needs a different leader and their current performance is not aligning with the company's expectations. With this knowledge, you can then prepare the next round of interview with already identified opportunities for example, potential team change, restructuring, or introducing new roles that can contribute to the team's success and align with the organization's mission. Angle number 5 is make it about the interview process. Here is a great question you can ask. Who else will I meet with in the interview process? If the interviewer mentioned there are 3 more interviews to go, it gives you a better sense of duration of the selection process. This knowledge can be helpful in managing your expectations and planning for the next rounds of interviews. Well, I have a specific process in the 1% Academy program to help middle management get senior leadership positions and become the top 1% of a company in terms of their impact and income. If you want to learn more about it, I'd encourage you to watch the free masterclass. Find the link down below. The masterclass is my 6 steps to advance from middle to top management, and you want to sign up from the link in the description. In the masterclass, I show you the detailed steps myself and all my clients use to become the top 1% in a company with the right order, so you know where to exactly go from here to the next senior level. Or if you want to submit your application to the 1% Academy program where you will be coached by me personally, you can click the link in the description below to book a free strategy call with me. So for now, I'll leave you with this video to find out how to be articulated in the executive job interview. I'll see you in the next video.